Hey Cancer, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. I feel like there's a little bit of like this energy of do I want to go that way? Do I want to try that thing? Do I want to grow in that direction? Am I ready for that challenge? Yeah, really interesting. I feel like in 3 months' time, or for some of you, it could be literally the third month, that March might be significant here. And there could even be something that you're waiting on. You might be waiting until March to try to make a decision or to hear back. You might be finding out about this thing in March. So this might be something you don't know about for some of you. Alternatively, in 3 months' time, whenever you're watching this video, it could be that you're finding out about this, or you feel like you're kind of on hold about this for around 3 months. Yes or no, number 3. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Some of you are waiting to find out gosh, this is such interesting energy. For some of you, you might be waiting on more information. It could be that you're really not making a decision because you're trying to figure out if this choice is right for you. If there's something you're not seeing or some information that you're not privy to. This could even be, there could be some information that you feel like might be hidden from you. And it's almost like you're like afraid to make this choice, or you are holding back making a final decision about this until you have these facts. Because I feel like there's something about this. It's like you're not sure if maybe somebody has been dishonest with you, if there's a piece of this puzzle that you don't know, if there's maybe like new situations ahead of you that you are afraid that you haven't really accounted for. This could be kind of a worry of yours, like I haven't accounted for that, or I don't even know what to account for because this is a brand new situation. So there's almost this feeling of being in this place of in between, being caught in between about something. I want to get one more card out here. There's this feeling of like not having the whole story on something. Yes or no, number 3. Four of Cups. Yes, there's definitely a feeling here of being kind of in this state of non-movement, of contemplating, kind of feeling out how you want to approach the situation, what you want your next step to be. Maybe even this feeling of wanting to gather all of the information, all the facts, get that green light, get that reassurance before you move forward. Now, with this Seven of Swords energy coming up in the reverse, this is actually super, super interesting here, because what I'm seeing is really a mixture of energies between the yes and the no, but it's almost like I hear Spirit telling you it's a yes, and it's almost like you're telling yourself it's a no. And it's not necessarily, I don't think for a lot of you, that you even want it to be a no. This is coming from a lack of belief. For some of you, it's also coming from maybe a lack of information, or feeling like you can't trust this, like you can't trust this situation, or you can't trust this person, or you're just not trusting this to turn out in your favor. And it feels to me like there's a piece of information that you're waiting on. So this could be like you're waiting to hear a certain thing from somebody. You're waiting for that confirmation from somebody before you're able to move forward. Three of Wands energy is about moving forward, making that decision, putting things into motion. But you have 2 cards here that are all about not moving, waiting, gaining a new perspective, getting clarity. Yeah, this is very interesting. I feel like for a lot of you in this situation where you feel like you might not have enough information here, I'm sort of getting the vibe that you actually do have the information, but there could be a need for you to wait. And like I was saying, this idea of 3 months or March is showing up for a lot of you. So this doesn't feel to me like a long wait. This isn't saying like, oh, you need to wait until next year before you can pursue this or before this thing will happen. It's not like that at all. I think that within just a little bit of time, for a lot of you, just in a few months, you're going to feel like you have enough clarity to move forward. This can even be for some of you that you're going to feel like you have enough energy to move forward, because this could be something that's like you kind of feel like you're burned out on it, or like you just can't take this on right now. There's kind of that vibe. But I do feel like for those of you that feel like you don't have the information, or almost like you're worried that someone has been dishonest with you, or that someone has not provided all the information. I just keep hearing that someone or something that you almost feel is running from you. That's not actually the case. And it's like you're going to find that out in around 3 months. This is like very, very interesting. I'm going to get some bottom of the deck energy. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So there's some worry about this. There's some worry that the clarity's not there, that all of the information isn't there for you. I want to read this almost as a no, and that's only because I feel like there's information that you need, there's clarity that you need, there's a decision that you need to make. But what your guides are saying is when you've made this decision or when you've gotten this information, it's all about growing with this. It's all about expanding in this way. What's so interesting is a recurring theme in all of the readings so far is there's been at least one indication of some form of travel. And for me, travel doesn't always mean like actually packing our bags and traveling. It can mean moving or traveling or something like that, but sometimes it doesn't mean that. Sometimes this is about how we are wanting to expand, like what the next place, even metaphorically, that we want to venture to or travel to. It's like us having identified that. And I feel like there's this, you see how there's really not a lot of color out here for you guys, and the only color is here. This is almost like moving toward this this really fiery energy. This feels like moving toward the sun, moving toward something that makes you happy, lights you up, something you've put plans in motion about. But there is this feeling of a delay, and this might be by choice, or this could be a situation that felt delayed. It just felt like it was being held back from you. It just felt like it was being delayed or stalled. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let's clarify this further. There's kind of this feeling here. Your guides are saying something about something being tricky. So this could be like, this could be a person in your life, someone that you felt like maybe wasn't being honest with you. Maybe they were keeping things from you. Maybe there's information you don't have and you're kind of waiting around for them. This can also be a situation in your life that feels, it feels uncertain. It feels like it is, like I was saying, tricky. It feels like something that's like, this will be really difficult for me to figure out. This might be impossible for me to figure out. This might be impossible for me to do. And with this 7 of Swords energy in reverse, your guides are saying it is not difficult for you to figure it out. It is not impossible for you to figure it out. The information is available to you, or kind of this message of like, you are smart enough and you are capable enough to figure this out. But it really might require a period of stillness for you, because there's 2 indications here of being still. But we also have this overall energy over here with like a totally different vibe. This Three of Wands is giving me a different vibe than the rest of the cards of this expansion. So this is why I almost feel like your answer is not right now, but in a little while, like in a few months time, it's a yes. And right now it might be a no, but I feel almost like this is a no on your part in a way. It's like something that you want to hold off on or hold back on, or there's information that you are waiting on. Something's not ready yet. So the example that's coming to mind is like if you were going to launch something. Let's say you were going to release your music out to the world, or you were going to launch a new website, something you're putting a lot of work and attention and focus on. This could be a relationship that you want to blossom, and you've put a lot of work, or you're putting the work in. It's almost this feeling of it's not quite ready yet. It's like it's a no right now, but not for long. You see the way this Eight of Coins over the Three of Wands, it's like this is plans put into motion. So there might be a need for you to do some work behind the scenes, gather information behind the scenes, work on that song a little bit more, that type of thing. And it's like there's this opportunity for this to be released, for it to blossom, for this to grow in just a little while. This is so interesting. Let's see. For a lot of you, I do get the feeling that this has to do with a relationship. And if this is someone who you have wondered if you can trust them, if you can depend on them, wondered if they're being honest with you, this is someone you can trust. I feel like this information might not be revealed to you for a little while. So you could even be thinking that this person had deceived you in some way. You could be thinking that this relationship has been on hold because of this person's deception, or because they're not being honest and open with their feelings. You might even be in this Four of Cups energy where you're kind of wondering, is this even something that I want? And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This can be anything in your life where it's like you're kind of wondering, do I have all the facts here? Do I have the information? Is my idea and feeling about this right? Is the plan that I put into action, is that what I should go with? Like, should I keep moving forward with this plan, or should I just kind of just hit pause? And I feel like your guides are saying to hit pause right now. Two of Cups energy is the energy of something flowing in perfect harmony. So this is like, this is yes, this, whatever this is, whatever this question is that you have, this is going to flow in harmony. This is going to be something that you can partner with, a person you can partner with, an idea you can partner with, and that's coming. I do want to pull, let me peek at the bottom of the deck, and I want to pull you, yeah, Seven of Cups. There's a lot of different choices here, and the Seven of Cups along with the Seven of Swords, it's sort of that energy. With the Seven of Cups, we can feel like we're being deceived. We can feel like our decision might have been wrong, like we didn't have all the facts when we made the decision, or we didn't know the reality of the situation when we put the plan in place. With this Eight of Coins here, this even makes me think that in some situations it's like this feeling of, I didn't know how much work this was going to be when I started out. I didn't know how hard this was going to be when I started doing this. I didn't know I needed all this information, or just kind of like I wasn't sure how this was going to unfold. But with this Two of Cups here, this is that feeling of this thing or this person is going to meet you right where they need to, or right where it needs to. It's going to be on, see, I want to say it's going to be on the same page as you, but it's almost like I feel like things are going to line up. But there's this minute of a pause before things can line up. Let's see here. Seven of Coins. Exactly. Yeah, that's total clarity on that. The Seven of Coins, or the Seven of Pentacles, is about having the patience to kind of accept that delayed success. I feel like the success that comes from this is bigger and better than what you have even imagined. Seven of Swords, it's like you haven't even necessarily seen this clearly, and you might only be looking at the part of the situation that feels stalled, or the part of the situation that feels so confusing to you that you don't really want to move forward with it, or where you kind of feel like you're unable to move forward with it. But this is about delayed success, delayed gratification, and a lot of times with the Seven of Coins or the Seven of Pentacles, we see a harvest that is even better than what we imagined. We see something paying off better than what we imagined because we kind of waited for things to line up. You guys, this is actually happening relatively soon for a lot of you. And it's just a matter of like, stay focused and put in that work. The behind the scenes work. I feel like this is a yes to behind the scenes work. So if this is about work like that you're doing on yourself, or work that you're doing in a relationship, maybe things you need to do to polish something up before it goes out into the world, like those final touches, there's an opportunity coming, and that little bit of time that you have to nurture this in that time is what's going to make this a full yes. I think a lot of you are getting clarity on something, and you might even add to something. The kind of the image that's coming to mind is like if you were working on something with your hands, or working on some like artistic pursuit. Music keeps coming to mind for some reason, and it's almost like there's this feeling of you're going to sit with, let's do music. Let's say that you have written this song and you want to release it, but it kind of feels like it's not the right time, or it feels like opportunities aren't there. Or you might just have this feeling of, this doesn't feel quite complete, but I'm not really sure what to do with it. Or this idea that I'm formulating, it doesn't feel complete, but I'm not really sure what to do with it. I'm not really sure where to go. This is about you sitting with that, and it's like there's a spark here. That's what this Three of Wands is about, and this little light here. There's a spark that's going to help you to put the finishing touches on this, or to put your final request in. And it's like the universe is conspiring behind the scenes to kind of line things up for you. I want to say this is a not yet, which is, it's kind of a strange answer because we're talking yes or no. So I guess that would fall into maybe. But this really doesn't feel like maybe this thing is going to happen, or maybe this is the right decision. It doesn't feel like that. It really feels like this isn't the right thing right now. It's not time yet. It's almost like this hasn't reached maturity yet. This fruit isn't fully formed, and it's not ready to be plucked, but it will be ready to be plucked. Two of Wands here, yeah. So more decisions, and the Two of Wands is about making those plans, whereas the Three of Wands is about starting to execute them. So behind the scenes, you guys are making plans about something, or you're formulating your ideas about something. You're gaining more clarity about it, and you might be in a period of stagnancy, but that's okay, because the payoff is actually going to be a lot better, a lot bigger. This is really interesting energy. I didn't really expect this. It's actually really exciting because I have this feeling with the Seven of Coins. It kind of gives me this feeling of like maybe starting to get impatient, starting to lose hope, starting to wonder, starting to maybe look into other options or something like that. Like starting to almost feel like, well, I'm going to trash my plans that I had. I had these plans. I thought I would execute on them, but I guess it's not going to happen. And this is like, no, it is going to happen, and it's going to happen even better than you thought. For a lot of you, there are like some pleasant surprises around the corner. The Four of Cups can indicate surprises being like gifted to us, offerings that we did not expect. And that can come after a period of stillness. It can come after a period of like things not moving. So let's get some oracle messages and see what else. Your guides are wanting me to like say all the things. So we're talking yes or no, and they're giving me the energy of maybe, not yet, soon, almost. You're almost there. if this is like, see, I just heard it's like almost this feeling of if you were wondering even how someone feels about you. Because that's the energy this is giving me. How does this person feel about me? There's kind of this feeling of they've been holding back their feelings. They've been withholding this information, and it could have even felt like it was creating kind of like a stagnant situation. They've been holding something back. Seven of Swords in the reverse, this information is coming to light. They may have thought that they were even like tricking themselves here, trying to talk themselves into not wanting to accept these feelings. This is a very specific message for some of you, this portion of it, but I feel like you might be able to apply that to whatever this situation is. Yeah. I even feel like for some of you, there's an opportunity here where you may feel like you've been overlooked, or like this isn't going to work out. And the message I'm seeing here is you haven't been overlooked, or this opportunity isn't off the table. It's just, it's like it needs more time to formulate. It's like the offer that will come back is better than you even imagined. You have not been forgotten about. Your plans are not thwarted. Who says that? Who says that? I don't feel like that's a word that I typically use, but it's like your plans have not been ruined. They have not been destroyed. The work that you're putting in behind the scenes, it's all paying off. You're waiting for something to grow. I feel like a lot of you are waiting for something to grow. And you could have even, ooh. Wow, okay. You could have even, yeah, that kind of went, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. There's a lot of messages coming through here. I just feel like some of you, while you're waiting for something to grow, you could have even turned down other opportunities. You could have closed yourself off to other opportunities in the meantime. And that could be anything. It could be like you really have your eye on this particular company you want to work for, and you've gotten other offers and you have not accepted any of these positions. You're waiting to hear back, and you kind of feel like, oh, maybe I'm waiting in vain. Maybe I'm waiting for nothing. Maybe I'm waiting on this person for nothing. Maybe I'm waiting on this clarity for nothing. Maybe I'm waiting on this opportunity to come through for nothing. And no, that is not the case. And I feel like if there are things that you feel like, oh, I may have missed out on an opportunity because I was waiting for this, your guides are saying do not dwell on any opportunities that have come and gone. If your heart was set on this, if your plans were set on this, see it all the way through. We have the lock coming out. I'm going to pull another card for you, because I really feel like this lock for you guys is representing that stall. Things not moving. It could feel like things were locked in place. It could feel like you're at a standstill. And the moon. Ooh. There are secrets here, is how I want to put it. But the Seven of Swords shows me secrets coming to light. So there's something you don't know. There's opportunities being orchestrated behind the scenes that you don't see. There's I feel like for some of you, there's even like talks of you that you don't know about. Which that's coming across so weird. It's like almost like if like you applied for a position and you think they totally like didn't even look at your resume. It's like, no, they've been talking about it. They've been discussing this. They've been thinking, wow, this person, like I can't stop thinking about that person. I think this person is right. It's like you're coming up in conversation. You're coming up in someone's thought process. And these are all things that you don't know about. I feel like this is so interesting, the way this is depicted, because you see the way that on this lock, the key is actually in the lock. It's like in the the whole of the, I don't know what it's called. The key's already in there, but the lock is still locked. You have the key. Like, it feels like the pieces are in place. The work has been done. It's like everything's unfolding behind the scenes. You haven't seen it yet, but the key's already in the lock. This is such a good indication to me that it's like, now that key's going to turn, and the movement's going to start happening. The motion's going to start happening. These plans are going to start being put into motion. I can't remember if I've already said this, because your guides are like, yep at me, and it's hard to get it all out. But for some of you, your guides are saying keep working on it, because, okay, so it's almost like, let's say you were a painter and you were working on this masterpiece, and you wanted like your art displayed in this great gallery, and all these people were going to see your work, and it was going to be fabulous. And so you applied to have your art displayed, and you haven't heard back, and it's like you start to lose hope, and it's like you stopped painting the painting. Well, your guides are saying when this opportunity comes through, the last thing you want is for the painting to not be complete. So keep going, because when this happens, you're going to be ready if you keep working on it. Keep working on that music. Keep honing your skills. Keep working on yourself if that's what this is about for some of you. Keep doing everything that you've been doing, even if it doesn't seem like it's working out. I just heard keep your grades up. Because this might be about like getting accepted, getting a position, some sort of internship or something for some of you. I'm going to pull you one more card. I don't know why. Just feel called to do that. Yeah. It's going to feel like a stroke of good luck. You guys got the clover. It's going to feel like good luck. It's going to feel like all of a sudden this is happening now. This is happening. And you're going to be prepared because you put in the work. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't give up on it just because you haven't heard anything, or just because it doesn't look like things are moving. You're gaining so much clarity, and the stuff that you're working on, or whatever's happening in the meantime before you really get the indication that like this is a go, it's going to be better because of the delay. It's like the feelings are stronger, the desire is stronger, the work is better, the end product is more polished because of the delay. It says learn to love again. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with this Two of Cups energy. So this might be about coming together with somebody. Two of Cups talks about partnerships. It can even talk about like the deepening of a romantic connection. So this could be like a stronger commitment. This could even be like a marriage or a proposal or something like that. I feel like for some of you, this is like learning to love a thing again, learning to even love that plan again. If you gave up on it, it's like at one time it excited you, and now you're like, I don't know about this anymore. Oh my goodness. Let me try to finish my thought before I get all involved in that. Wow. Kind of recommitting to something is what this feels like to me. Recommitting to this idea, but really knowing that you're doing it for the right reasons because you've had the chance to gain perspective. Then you guys had think it through and straight to you. I feel like this think it through energy is about the Hanged Man. It's about the Four of Cups. This is giving you time to know for sure that this is what you want, to know for sure this is the direction you want to move in, or in some cases to know what direction you want to move in, because this pause is letting you gain clarity about that. Potentially not hearing back, or things not moving, or your plans not coming to fruition exactly when you thought they were going to, allows you to refine your request a little bit. And when it's all said and done, which for a lot of you, I mean, straight to you, this is not taking long. When it's all said and done, what's coming into your life is better than you had planned. And the delay was part of it. The delay was the magic. That's so interesting, because it can seem like the delay is like the problem. It's the hindrance. It's like, all I want is the delay to go. But it's like the work that you've done in the meantime. For a lot of you, this is work you did on yourself with this moon energy. This is about like really getting in touch with your intuition, really getting in touch with your deeper emotions, learning to live in sync with yourself in some way. That is going to prepare you. That is going to make this so much sweeter. And then it's like, it starts looking like, oh, you're just so lucky this opportunity came right to you. You guys know whether like you really feel like, oh yeah, I'm so lucky I had to wait, or I had to work really hard for this, or I had to like really struggle with this decision. But it's like, once you've made up your mind, it's on. It is on. Yeah. The delay, it just gives you more time to focus. It just gives the situation more time to, you know how it's coming through? And you know, it's at the bottom of the deck, daydream. It's like, it gives you more time to refine your vision, but it's kind of coming through as like, this is more time to sweeten the deal. So whatever that means to you, like something's getting better in the delay. Even if that's your delay in making this decision, by the time you know what the right choice is, you know for sure. You have like solid evidence when you know. So yeah, I thank you so much for. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to hit like, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.